Yo, you tuned in to Guerilla Cross Radio.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to Speak Life Radio right here on GorillaCross.com. Guerilla Cross Radio. Download the Guerilla Cross Radio app.
It's free.
It's free. Make sure you get that on iTunes and Google Play. And just go to GorillaCross.com and everything's right there. So make sure you go get that right now. You can listen 24/7 to the dopest positive hip-hop. And we have sports shows and a lot going on there. So make sure you check it out and tune in. We are here live today from fabulous downtown Las Vegas on Fremont Street.
Fremont, Old Vegas.
In the Guerilla Cross studio, I'm your host, Quan59. Got my man, James Mays, J Fence, JM Fence Music in the building.
All of the above.
What's good, man?
I'm great, man. I just celebrated a great Valentine's Day with the whole fam.
With the whole fam?
With the whole fam. Because we do it that way because my wife and I's anniversary is on the 19th.
Okay.
So, like, why not spread a little love around?
I feel that, man.
We usually spend Valentine's Day with other couples or even our family, you know?
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Not no freaky way, though.
And, yo, well, I hope.
With other couples.
I don't know.
No. I
Green
do.
door.
No, what? We starting early.
Starting early.
We starting early.
Yo.
But it was great, though.
I hope everyone had a good Valentine's Day if you celebrated. If you don't, who cares? It's because you're single.
That's right. It's also Singles Awareness Day.
Listen, don't be bitter when people celebrate something that you either don't celebrate for maybe religious purposes or you don't celebrate because you're single and bitter. Like, don't be bitter.
But can Valentine's Day be is that a religious thing? Was like Saint Valentine was a
any holiday could be a pagan holiday.
Well, you know, they'd be like, you worshiping babies in diapers. Like, you don't got to hear with this archery hate. Like
Archery hate. But
archery slander.
But listen, if you had a good one, then we appreciate it.
That's what's up.
If you didn't, man, just keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. No, for real, man. I woke up this morning and everything on social media was negative.
What?
Colin Kaepernick, the Trump,
right.
Valentine's. I had a horrible blah, blah, blah. My ex, my this, my that, my kids. It's like, yo, how about you play a game called Don't Pick Up Your Phone, Don't Type until you are happy in life.
Got
you know
something to say. The people who say stuff like, man, they only doing that because it's Valentine's Day. You're supposed to love every day. All right, I get it.
But like, it's day to celebrate.
It's designated,
that
right?
Love.
You're such a hate, man. So much.
It's
hate.
like, yo, it's your birthday once a year.
Facts.
That doesn't mean we don't care about you the whole year. We just celebrate your day this year.
Every day we celebrate life, but today we celebrating the beginning of mine or the beginning of yours or the beginning of theirs. Got it. Yeah, people hate, man. You got to get the hate. I thought we left that in 2018.
They try every year.
Every year.
Never succeed.
Never cease to amaze
Never
me.
Never that. Yo, we are here live. If you're watching on Facebook Live, we're going to do some indie artist music reviews again.
Yes, we're back.
It's not going to be a whole show. We're going to do a segment with that every week. And we'll probably do 4 songs today.
Okay.
Probably do 4 songs today. If you're watching live, please share the live Facebook with your people. Let them know that we're going to be reviewing music. So if they have music they want to submit, hit us up and submit that music. You can still submit it during the show.
Right.
Until we get to that segment. I got my man Zaydok the GodHop MC live on the line today. Going to be talking about his new album, Cocoon. He got some new videos that he dropped. Some new videos dropping.
Okay.
And he's with Hog Mob. Our dude 7 out there.
That's what's up.
Purple and Black.
Purple and Black.
Purple and Black Attack. No, that's the colors.
Okay. Well, I know Purple is definitely really, really intense with that. So
definitely.
I love 7 though. Super street dude, but his ministry is in the streets. His ministry is real. And his worship is real too. If you've ever seen 7 in concert, then you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen him, get over there and get some of that.
Yeah. And if you've never seen him in concert, don't be surprised when he stops the show.
Right.
Because he's going to stop the show and break down into worship.
And be careful with them trick questions. 7 good for some good old trick questions. How many people love God? That's all right. It can't just be your love, though. It got to be your heart and your soul. Like, oh, okay. I didn't know I was supposed to study for this.
Dang.
But no, Seven is dope. What he's doing with Hog Mob is dope.
For sure, man. We got a lot to talk about today, too. And we're going to inspire you. We're going to speak life into your life.
That's the name of the show.
And if you're not inspired, that's your fault.
Yo, bad.
Or it could be ours. We might not be inspiring.
Is that contrary to what we just said?
But listen, man, we got some new music to play right now. We're going to get into Oze Moore. This is Royalty Remix featuring Miles Young right here on Speak Life Radio.
Yeah.
It's New Music Friday, so we got some new music to play for you guys.
It's only right.
Look, she got a taste for the finer things. Top shelf shop at designer names. She understands money cause she comes from it. It's hard to understand loving, but she still want it and got a right to. But it's complicated now. Daddy put a diva in the child. Headspace seated in the clouds. She feel like everybody is beneath her unless they prove they're worth at least a couple $100,000. Wow, but money ain't a thing. Just a tool we use to buy every little thing. Clothes with food crib, a little thing. A little thing, a little thing. They holler across the credit bar. They call her from cars up at the mall. She dressed like she going to carnival, Mardi Gras. Party y'all, but she really wanna party y'all, though she party hard. Check it, she ain't the type of chick you connect with. Nobody's worth a pearl on her necklace, but somehow she always ends up on the guest list. But I guess that's to be expected. Out on the scene, skin deep, beauty is queen, and money is king. The work is a team. Females in before 10 and free. Liquor porn do show up at 10:03. Come on.
What's up, darling? Where you going, babe? Living the fast life, the ball is calling. All on your body. VIP of the life of the party. I know that you wanna fly the skies and lay low. Mac on your face, the skies your halo, halo, halo. Have you ever been in love? The only one someone's been thinking of. Really don't matter, she living a lifestyle. Cloud nine, getting how she want it. Real life fantasy, girl, I know.
Still something missing out. She looking like she got it all together, but you see it in her eyes, she ain't feeling whole. And money can't buy what she looking for. When she stands in the mirror, she seeing straight through the verse. So when she think it ain't clear to the average Joe, Jimmer, Tony, Jamal, or the line at the door. But everybody see it, and everybody know it, and everybody want a little piece to expose it. Catch it with a guard down, might get chosen. She feel frozen, caught up in a moment, getting ruled by emotion. The love is cold, she feel like nobody can hold her the way that she wanna be held. Truth of the matter is, love don't begin with yourself. It always has been, and it always will be, and it always will see itself through someone else. Sacrifice hell, just trying to find wealth that's sustainable. Even when it seems like hell is prevailing, you wait till you look love till you accept it. We don't deserve anything, we're so wretched. Deep in the suffering, mercy perfected. Baby, it's time to confess.
Living that lifestyle, cloud nine, getting how she want it. Real life fantasy, girl, I know you love it. I noticed they treat you like you royal. Just another day, just another day. Lifestyle, cloud nine, getting how she want it. Real life fantasy, girl, I know you love it. I noticed they treat you like you royal. Just another day, just another day.
episodes and more royalty remix. When we come back, we're going to review a couple songs. And then we're going to get in that live conversation with Zaydok the GodHop MC. This is Mike Tyson's Punch Out, Sean C. Johnson and Red Letters right here. Speak Life Radio, GorillaCross.com.
Hey you, your arms ain't long enough to box with. Now you don't want to start with. Young brother, he's God. Talk to him.
Main man on the 6th day.
Talk to him.
Can't top that on your best day. One thing I know, you can't sit on the throne.
Young brother, he's
Blinded the eyes to confound the wise. Ding ding goes the bell, the sound of your demise. To be elementary to trump your PhD. I know you think you're indestructible, but you ain't. Now we can talk about it. Ain't nobody tripping, I'm just running with a mission. Got my hand on the wheel in the parking lot, looking like I'm trying to make a deal. Shout a text to the homie, cause he know just how I feel. You hear me?
I'm Sonny, listen, I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. Talk to him.
I stand at the height of infinity. You that middleman, dead in the middle of little, cause you don't know diddly. That was a big pun. Know what else is a big pun? Your proof that I don't exist. That's a good one. How you gon' stand in the ring like hula hoopers and box me when you run from the truth? You a goofer. If I don't exist, why do you need proof for? How do you produce proof from eggs of a goose, huh? I snap my finger, all go poof, Thanos deuce. My son'll be like, Dad, what did you do, huh? So we stand in the middle like Moni Love does, offering truth while you kidding play Herbie Lovebug. Don't you know no good, Martin, Gina, and Pamela? I can freeze your frame with no need of a camera, or I can ease your pain. All I need is for you to trust I had a plan for you before I formed you in a uterus. So who are you to fuss? Close your lip
There's
and
no
hush.
one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. Young brother, he's God. Talk to him. Talk to him. Young brother, he's
Tyson does not throw wild punches, Sam.
Yeah, welcome back to Speak Life Radio. That is Sean C. Johnson, Red Letters featuring Red Letters.
Featuring Red Letters.
Mike Tyson's Punch Out right here. Speak Life Radio. Listen, download the Gorilla Cross app. I'm only going to tell you one more time.
I'm going to tell you multiple times, though. I don't care.
I'm going to tell you all night. But make sure you download that app, man. We got a lot of new stuff going on. We're updating the website daily, which updates the app also. So make sure you check that out with new music news, even sports news. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Some of the big sports news. So we'll be talking about Colin Kaepernick a little bit. And we're going to be playing your music today. And there are about 5 tracks that I've added in the past 2 weeks of people that submitted their songs to the Indie Artist Music Review that made it to the radio, 24-hour radio stream.
Talk about it.
Because they submitted music to us.
Another reason to download that app.
Yeah.
So you can hear your song.
Hear your song.
Tell people, yo, I'm on the radio.
Let people know.
You can download this app. It's free.
Yeah.
Support me. Hear my song.
And we did get quite a few songs today.
We did.
So we're going to go ahead and review a couple right now.
It's only free. It's only fair.
And then we are going to get in that interview with my man Zaydok. And we also got some segments coming up in the future that are going to be more like competition-style segments for the artists.
I liked it.
Get into.
I liked it when we used to do it separate. I remember you had people call in. I think we should do that
do
too.
Stuff like that.
I think that. Oh, that's so dope. Freestyles.
And I'm gonna get some beats produced specifically for the show that we're gonna send to you guys, and you're gonna have to send back, and we're gonna pick what song is the dopest on that track.
That is a great idea.
But you cannot use that track any other place unless we pick it. Unless we pick it. But no, we want to know who makes the dopest track, and there might be money involved.
Oh, I like that.
You might get a money prize.
I'm putting my verse on right now.
Or you might get a advertising package surprise because
something like that.
That's You're gonna get something.
A prize will be involved.
It's gonna be worth it. It's definitely gonna be worth it. If you're watching live, you can call in 702-608-3259 and give us your thoughts on what we're doing, what we're talking about today, and some of the music that we're going to be playing. So I do want to jump into a song right now.
Let's do it.
Man, if you guys don't start sending stuff in a better form, Here we go. I also want to know why Spotify will not save my.
They tripping? Do you create
they just don't save my
playlist?
No, they just don't save my. What am I trying to say? My
Password?
account. I got to sign in every time.
Oh man.
I open up Spotify. So this is Maine. I'm home. MAINE. So it's an acronym.
Okay.
And
What does
it's
that
called-
acronym stand for?
It's called I'm Home. He sent me the whole album though. You guys have to send
So just play the intro and
Okay.
then let's be done with it.
intro. That's actually what he told me to play.
Okay, dope.
So we're gonna play that right now. Log in. I'm gonna log in. Log in with Facebook. There we go. Thank you, Spotify. Next
Appreciate
time I'll do that before the show starts. So we're gonna play that right now, right here on Speak Life Radio. Indie artist music review. This is Maine. I'm home.
I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. Yeah, man. Thank you, Lord. Listen, I went from lukewarm to warming up with Luke on my Bible app. That's right, I had to cut it out like coupons. Sin I'm talking about, I used to dabble like Cam Newton, rushing to it like I'm Pluton, chasing hard bread like a crouton. But that was then and this is now. I made it out that hellhole, sticking to my God like Velcro. Now the devil I can tell no. Whenever he decides to bring my past up like I missed it, I'm remaining optimistic, no entertaining opposition. Just listen to the way I sound, I am a whole new person. They reject me like I'm jerking, cause the new me is emerging. See, I don't need a medic, now I know the great physician, and he heal me like stilettos. I'm no longer in the ghetto, no poverty, so obviously the abundant life is what I receive from Jesus Christ, my sovereign king. He rules and rules and reigns supreme, remaining clean from habits. You can have it, I done had it, with the fate that ends up tragic. Jesus, break me out that casket, now I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home. I'm home.
Yeah, that's I'm Home by Maine right here, Speak Life Radio. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I actually like the track.
Yep.
It's the intro to the album, and that's what he wanted us to play.
So it's like one of those, it's a teaser. It's like, do you want more?
I like the lyrics. The lyrics were good. I like his voice. I think he had kind of like we talked about with Red Letters just now.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of that like
Mm-hmm.
that high pitched voice that to me I've always liked that.
Right.
It's like it's not a whiny high pitched voice. I'm cool with it. But
yeah,
I
okay,
thought it was cool in that way. I wasn't feeling. I hate when the hooks sound lazy. Like you don't know what to say.
So I'm home.
It's the name of the track. I'm home, and that part to me didn't grab me.
In his defense, when
And
I'm
it
home,
should
I
have
don't
if
do
that's
much.
the intro. You know what I'm saying?
In his defense, when I'm home, I don't do much anymore. So when I'm
Okay.
home, I'm like, I'm home.
I'm
And that's
home.
it.
I'm not gonna
Shut
have.
up.
I'm not gonna have the rest of the album.
I'm gonna let
I'm
the rest
home.
of this beat.
That
do
should
the
be the
talking.
outro.
That's
I'm
right,
home.
I'm home.
I'm done. I'm done
So it's a
working.
journey.
I'm home.
I agree with you. I do like his voice. I just wanted it to be louder. It sounded real kind of how do I say it? Like youthful. No, it sounded not as mature on the track as I think he could have. The lyrics was there. Definitely a great opening line. His flow was nice. But I felt like I wanted more. Maybe I'm talking about the mix. It seemed like he was behind it a little bit. But it's still a great song. The beat was great. Yes, it got a little bit dry when I'm home, and then you left this 5-second,
especially for an intro. I want that to hit me hard,
exactly,
and make me like
put a sample in there.
I always like being mad that the intro's only a minute and 50 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, that beat was dope. Like you were flowing dope. I wanted more of that song.
Right.
But then that happens too, and sometimes it disappoints because the intro is doper than the rest of the songs. But with that song, it does make me want to listen to more of his tracks.
Me too.
On that album. So I think that's something I will go back after the show and check some of them
Yeah.
out. So hey, good stuff right there. You're doing good.
Can you put on the what's your name? What does Maine mean?
Yeah. What does the what does it mean? What does it mean?
We need to know.
Yeah. All right. Listen, if you're watching on Facebook Live, I want you to hit that share button.
Please.
Share it with your friends. If you know anyone specific that you need to share with, go ahead and send it to them.
Like, yo, they playing music, man. You should get your music on this show.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope. They have
because,
the best
listen,
rebuttals.
I appreciate all the same artists submit music every week, but I also like when we get somebody new that we've never heard before. Because, listen, man, Calvin Hill, I know he's dope. You know what I'm saying? But if you keep sending me the same track every week, my man BRM, we're about to get into his song next. We actually got 2 of his songs in the regular rotation on Guerilla Cross Radio.
Already.
If you are an artist and we got your songs in a rotation and you did not know that yet, that means you do not listen to Guerilla Cross Radio throughout the day, because it's going to play, your song is going to play at least 4 or 5 times throughout the day, maybe even more through that 24-hour period. So you could turn it on and you're most likely going to hear your song throughout the day. So I need you guys to download that free Guerilla Cross Radio app and listen to it 24/7. Let your people know that your song might be playing.
Say, you want to hear me in some good music? Some of the top CHH artists out there, some of the top positive hip hop artists out there, some of the greatest new music that you can hear. You want to hear me in that playlist? Yo, download this new app I just found out. It's called Guerilla Cross. It's free. It's on your app store. It's on your Play Store.
And for those of you who know me, you know I'm picky about music, so I don't just put anything in there.
Can't you tell we picky?
We're very picky.
That's why we doing this.
Exactly. But I want people to be able to listen to the app and not want to turn it off because all the songs we put in there are dope. You feel me? So we're going to get into another song right here from my man BRM. It is called I'm Like That right here. Speak Life Radio, Indie Artist Music Review. Let's do it.
Let's go.
They woke the giant up inside of me, now I'm back. You hear me coming, stop it to the beat. I'm like, you like that? I'm like that, I'm like that. I'm like that. Turn it to a competition, that's my path. No participation trophy, gotta earn it right there. So I'm a little mad. Man, we think everybody gon' like us. Doesn't matter what they think. Does God love the person he created inside you? The answer is yes, I'm telling you this, so there's never no question. We were created with purpose by God, but instead of just following, we went and left them. So we stepped in. Here we go again, talking that Christian. Gonna talk how Jesus went to the cross and the sin we missing. Said you was listening, I'ma keep spitting these sentences, hear me out. Something inside of me woken from sleeping, so I am awakening now. Everybody ain't gonna know me, but they know when they hear the sound. They know when they hear the sound. You know when you hear the sound. You got a list of favorite rappers, I ain't on that. They want the giant up inside of me, now I'm back. You hear me coming, stop it to the beat, I'm like, you like that? I'm like that, I'm like that. Yeah, I want you to know what you're listening to when you hear me on cell phones. I love what I do, music calling you up on the other line, speaking like hello. I want you to tell me, I share me with everybody. They hear what the lyrics about. Don't want the fame and I don't need the money. Got thoughts and I want you to hear them out loud. My lyrics, they point in the direction of God, and I do it the way that I want. No sense of looking beyond this. I got all I need when I'm standing here facing the front. High to the sky in my heart with this music. I'm here for you all. I keep doing it. This is so fun. I just play it sometimes when you're hearing the music. It brings you to you and I. You got a list of favorite rappers. I ain't on that. They woke the giant up inside of me. Now I'm back. You hear me coming, stop it to the beat. I'm like, you like that? I'm like that, I'm like that. You got a list of favorite rappers, I ain't on that. They woke the giant up inside of me, now I'm back. You hear me coming, stop it to the beat. I'm like, you like that? I'm like that, I'm like that.
Yo, my man BRM, I'm Like That right here, Guerilla Cross Speak Live Radio.
Yo, did you play the whole song?
It was short.
That was...
Yeah, it's only 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But I'm feeling that track, man. Like, I'm really...
Monster.
I haven't heard any songs from this dude I don't like as far as production is concerned, his flow, his cadence. They sound different.
Yes, they do. I love
the songs don't sound the same.
I love a versatile artist.
He has different flavor, but it's still like hard every time. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like it makes you want to like it makes you want to go. You know what I'm saying? It makes you want to be like T.I. and box Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying?
Please don't do it, T.I. You just
No,
get him
I
on
want
track.
him to do it. I want to see T.I. get knocked out.
No, just do it on track, T.I. Just said. But back to this song. That song right now, that song right there was proof that you don't need a lot of ingredients to make a good dish, right?
Yeah.
Like the beat, the cadence of the drums weren't like too busy. That, you know what I'm saying? It had its background, but it was a right choice. Whoever produced the track did a really, really good job. And then, like, he didn't have like crazy. He did have this like background yelling track, but like it was simple and the flow was fire. The flow was right in the pocket. You know, when it was offbeat on purpose, you can tell. Like he did that purposely. He knew his round. I mean, he knew his verse. He knew what he wanted.
Yeah.
If I had to nitpick something, I just wanted this, because he repeated the hook twice. I wanted the second part to be bigger. That's it. I just
do a
wanted
little
it to
more
be
on the
bigger.
second part.
That's
All
it.
right, I feel that.
But that still don't make the song not a monster.
But the hook did what it's supposed to do.
Exactly.
We were repeating the hook.
Yep.
In the studio, I saw James Bob
I was on
repeating it. And that's what you want in a hook. That's why it's called a hook, because you want to hook the listener.
Easy.
And you want them to want to replay it right after they hear the track. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes a good song. You want the replay value, and you want somebody repeating that song. You want it to get stuck in their head. And that's why we hate radio rap, right?
I'm not even listening to you right now. I'm listening to that song in my head.
But what I'm saying is we hate radio rap, but we know it.
Right.
We'll repeat it over and over again, even though we hate it. And guess what starts happening? You start liking the Migos. You start liking Stir Fry. You know what I'm saying?
Leave me alone. I ain't know no other words but that. But
I
it's
don't
in
know
my head.
I don't know what you just did, but
Leave me alone.
anyways, we're gonna get back to the indie artist music reviews. If you're listening live, please share the live video feed.
Yep.
And we're going to get into that interview with my man Zaydok the GodHop MC from Hog Mob Records, or Hog Mob Ministries. They're not really a record label. So we're going to get into that next right here on Speak Life Radio. But before that, we have a new song by SO from Lamp Mode called Be Mine right here. Speak Life Radio. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Set the mood.
The GP will see you now.
Yeah. Still can't believe God gave me all I asked her. Each time I see you, I just count my blessings up. Is this a dream where you don't know what happens? Now this is real and I just can't stop asking who gon' love you like I do? Who gon' come and pull you closer? Hold you down when your hopes done. Baby girl, tell me who gon' love you like I do? Who gon' come and pull you closer? Hold you down when your hopes done. Baby girl, tell me who? Won't you be mine, baby? I think it's time that we both cross the borderlines. Go past the other side. Hold my hand and close your eyes. I got a big surprise made for you. Won't you be mine, baby? I think it's time that we both cross the borderlines. Go past the other side. Hold my hand and close your eyes. I got a big surprise made for you. I guess what I'm trying to say is,
Lo que quiero decir es que
I don't want to be with anybody else but you.
no quiero estar con nadie más que contigo. Te
I
amo
love you, and I want you to be mine forever.
y quiero que seas mía para siempre.
Know me without you. I'll hold you down, I vow to. Can't live without you. Still I sing about you, if I'm allowed to. I love you till the end. Trying to be more than friends. Baby, let's not pretend. Who gon'
That's a dope new track from SO from Lamp Mode, Be Mine, right here. Speak Life Radio.
Fire.
New Music Friday. Listen.
You glad you're here, aren't you?
I didn't even have a Valentine. I felt like I had a Valentine with
nice.
that song right there, man. Man, make sure you check that out. You can get that. We will have that link up on GorillaCross.com. Make sure you follow the website. Sign up to the email list right there because we're going to be giving away exclusive giveaways and a lot of other stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you download that free Guerilla Cross app as well. We are here. We are here.
We back. It's Friday. The music is flaming right now. It's super dope.
Well, I'm not flaming.
Well, not like gay flaming.
I mean, it could. It's 2019.
It's
so,
on fire.
you
yeah,
got to accept everyone.
It's
right?
Equal ground.
Do you?
Equal playing field.
Do you?
Christ accepted everyone. I accept everyone.
Yeah.
But we'll move forward. The music is on fire today.
Yes.
Is that okay? And I'm loving this kind of like this groove, this vibe. It's like a whole new wave that lasts.
Feeling it today, right?
It's super dope. Yeah, we haven't really missed
some good music. So
even with the artists,
if you like these songs that we're playing, please hit the like, hit the loves, hit the hearts.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And let us know you like it. If you're watching, please share the live video feed.
Yeah.
If we review your song and you're watching, and then you stop watching after we review your song, we see you.
We saw it.
And we will never review your song again.
Oh my God. That's horrible.
No,
like,
we might.
No,
Because you might have something to do. You might have to go to lunch. You might have to go to dinner because you live in the East Coast. You feel me?
I need a doctor's note.
Need a doctor's note?
I need a doctor's note that he had to go into his
let us know.
appointment.
Let us know why you left the live feed. You know what I'm saying?
But I do say we got a lot of love on last week's show. It was first show back of the year. We want to keep that going. Like we had like maybe 40 people share it last week. I want to see if we can get 50 people to share it this week. We need if you are listening right now live right now, share it right now. Share it. Hit that like button. Share it. Hit that love button. Share it. And then tell somebody else to share it. We see if we can get 50 this week. And I'll report back the numbers next week. I think we can do it. I think the love for Speak Life Radio, New Music Fridays, the Indie Artist Review, the people who want their music played weekly, and they want this great feedback that we give because we're making people better here, I believe. I believe we're making people better because I've heard people get better just by the things we've said. So,
making people better again.
All right.
Making rappers better again. We actually got hats. They're going to be hot pink.
Make indie artists.
Make indie artists better again.
Better again. I ain't talking about making you great, though, because that's up to you.
No, we can't do that. Only God can make you great.
That's right. But definitely make sure you guys share that. Continue to give that love. Yeah, man. It's Love Month. It's Love Month. It's
Love Month.
It's Black History Month. That's why all these companies are putting out these blackface things because they just don't know how to celebrate Black History Month right.
Happy Black History Month. Here's a blackface.
Yeah, they good try. That's the only Black history they know.
But listen, man, I saw a school do that with kids. Like,
yeah, that was terrible.
We'll talk about that later,
terrible.
but it has to stop. Listen, we got live on the line my man Zaydok the GodHop MC. You there, bro? Zaydok is not there. We're gonna call right back.
Yeah, I just think that
and he will be here this time.
Yeah, we think we're gonna get it this time. But definitely excited to hear some new music. If you guys want that, make sure you download that app. It's free, man. Just go to your app store, type in Guerilla Cross.
And
also, the app. It's brand new.
Also tell us what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you have some tracks that you know we need to hear, that we haven't heard, let us know.
Because you don't have to just wait until the end of the artist review, right?
You don't.
You can tell us anytime throughout the week. We get those messages. Follow our page on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Anywhere you are like prevalent on social media, that's where we are too. So make sure you hit us up. Email, Instagram, IG, Facebook. Let's go. Just say Instagram.
Man. Yo, Zaydok, are you there?
With the message.
There we go.
Please, your relative.
No. Here we go.
We just do.
We're gonna get this straight.
On his message.
No, we're gonna get this straight because I think that was my fault.
What happened?
I turned up the wrong line.
Oh.
I turned up the wrong line.
Gotcha.
So that was my fault. So this is the part of the show that gets cut out of the podcast. You feel me? And subscribe to Guerilla Cross Podcast because we are on iTunes and Google Play. And
that's good.
We will be on Spotify as well. So if you like the show, make sure you tune into the podcast too. And I got my man Zaydok the GodHop MC live on the line right now. What's good, bro?
Yo, what's good, family? You can hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you, man. That was my fault. I was turning up the wrong line on the mixing board. So you're good.
Oh, I'm like, yo, I hear him, but he can't hear me. No, it's all good. Quan, what's good? What's good with the Guerilla Cross family, man? Welcome back.
Isn't that how we feel about God sometimes?
Yeah.
Like, I know he hears me, but I can't hear him because I'm not listening.
There we go. Got to turn our spirit up.
You know?
What's up, Zay?
Amen.
Listen, man, I'm glad to finally get you on the line, bro. I know it's been a long time coming. I know we've chopped it up a lot before in the past, man. And, man, you got a dope new project that dropped. So we definitely want to talk about that. And we just want to talk about what else is going on in your life. And where did you get the name Zaydok the GodHop MC? Let's start with that first right here on Speak Life Radio.
Well, first of all, salute your brother, the GodHop MC, hashtag just the best of nobody special, finally on Guerilla Cross Radio.
Yeah.
Man, Mama, I made it. Mama, you listen to CHH yet? I made it.
Get it.
But honestly, yo, Quan, the name was given to me, man, back in the late 90s, man, as I started, studying Bible in my high school days. Me and my guys were studying the Bible a lot, and we were giving ourselves surnames besides our regular names. We were naming ourselves after people in the Bible. And Zaydok was he was a great, what he did in the Bible, if people got time, go read the book of Kings and see who Zaydok was to King David and King Solomon. And his name, I looked up his name, right? And his name is Hebrew, of course, and it meant just and righteous. And so I was like, wow. That's a dope name to have. And so every time Zaydok is said to me or I tell people that's who I am, it's a reminder of what I claim I'm striving to be in Christ. And so the GodHop MC was just added because when I started doing this kind of music, I didn't know Christian rap existed back in 2008. I came from street rap in my city, and I still went to all the clubs and the open mics and all regular MC events in my city and did what we now call Christian hip hop. And so to let them know what I was coming to do, like when you hear Young Money, you automatically think, oh, they're about getting cash,
right? Yeah.
Cash money, getting money, stuff like that. And so at the end of the day, I'm from the old school, Junior Mafia, The Firm. All of these names are trying to give you an impression of what they represent. And so when they announced me at open mics, I wanted you to know immediately, did they say God in his name? Why? And now the content would speak for itself.
I love the idea that you weren't trying to be like incognito with it all. Like, let me put it out forefront. This is what I am. I'm about that righteousness. And I'm going to talk to you about God. And you didn't hold back from it. Was that a easy thing to do? What was the response back when you started just in like 08?
You know what? That's weird. Because, you know what? Probably because of my arrogance in street rap. I come from battle rap culture. Gotcha. And there's a certain kind of arrogance to it. And that's just what it is. And there's an arrogance and a braggadocious style about it.
Hip-hop.
I didn't have to introduce, I didn't have to reintroduce myself as a rapper. My content changed, but didn't nobody want no smoke per se because I was a battle rapper and I was known in my cities. We used to throw the rap battles, 8 Mile style, and we would give out $500 prizes every 90 days. I got a big history in my town.
Okay.
And so with that being said, that audience, I just told them, like, look, man, if the streets, when we talk about selling drugs, or if you talk about fornication, or if you talk about popping bottles in the club, if you really do that, the streets claim they respect that. I say, yo, y'all, I really serve God now, and everybody around me know it. So how y'all not gonna respect that? Yeah. And they just would accept it.
That's big.
That is, man.
That's bad.
That is. Man, so how'd you get hooked up with Hog Bob? I know we've known Seven for a long time out here, man. I think the first time I talked to Seven was like 03, something like that. But how'd you get hooked up with Seven being way out there and Seven being way out here on the West?
You know what? Shout out to my homie Selah the Corner. Shout out to the GOM family.
Shout out to
was Selah. And I met Bizzle in 2013. Bizzle, shout out to homie. He introduced me to Selah. He introduced me to Selah the night that they announced in New York City at the Kingdom Choice Awards that Selah was signing to God Over Money.
Okay, dope.
And that was September 2013. That same night, Bizzle introduced me to Selah. About 7-8 months later, because we was building, because we in New York, so we was building, and Selah was like, hey, one of my homies is coming out to the East Coast from the West. He touring. He going to be out here for 2 weeks. He looking for solid people to connect with, and he asking the homies who's solid out here, and he said, you was the one I thought of. He said, I ain't sending them to nobody else but you. I never heard of Seven, didn't know nothing about him. I went and checked him out online. I liked what he had to offer because being from the West Coast, there can be a stereotype like somehow the rap caliber is lower, and dudes like Seven, before Seven, but dudes like Seven they just kill that stereotype. It's not true.
Yeah, definitely.
And I was like, this dude got bars. He seemed to love God. I believe his story, and then I seen him preaching in Australia. It was a YouTube clip, and all he was doing was preaching. And I was like, wow, this dude really about it. So we reached out. I brought him to my city for an event I did in the middle of the projects, and brought him to the hood. We did a big community outreach event there, and he was like, bro, Seven said this, and it intrigued me. He said, hey, bro, it's like 7 billion of us on the planet, so we can't take for granted who God introduces us to. Let's try to stay in touch. And I was like, hey, that's what's up. One thing lead to another. By the beginning of 2016, he was like, hey, man, you want to come out on the road with us? Because I had brought Seven to my city 2-3 times, and man, the rest is history. Once I went out on the road and served, he was like, bruh, you the kind of people that I want to be around more. And man, if you want to, let's mob. This is where, let's mob.
Let's mob.
Let's mob.
All right, let's mob.
It seemed like you guys were both on the same path, right? You know what I'm saying? This outreach, this making it happen.
Seven loves doing street ministry.
Exactly,
for sure. He'll go to any hood in the country and minister out there.
So it was like a perfect fit.
Right. I was doing it in my community. It was I was like, you going where? When a dude say, yo, come to me with the south side of Chicago, I'm like, yo, hold on, cut. Hold on. Wait, what? But I was like, well, you know what? Let me see what this is about, man. I done been to the West Coast and back 3-4 times, to down all the way down to Florida and back, and I see what it is now, and so I'm just glad that God gave me the courage to at least go. I didn't go along to rap. I went along to serve and just help them dudes, and I saw what they was doing and the impact, and so it definitely encouraged me.
Now, go to the south side of Chicago. What's that fear like? Because, I kind of heard it in your voice just now when you said that you were going to go out there, or he was going out there, and you were going to roll with him.
Because
what's that? What's that initial fear like? Yeah.
It's an apprehension to say, wait, you going where? Why? Yeah. For what? Like, because at the end of the day, there's a stereotype. All of us can, if we're not out here actively networking with people, the stereotype of any place can weigh on your mind. People don't want to go to Alaska because it's cold, but they don't know it is a short summer there at least. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's like when I came to my first time in Vegas. My man said, yo, let's go to Vegas. I was like, bro, I'm not trying to go out there, man. It'd be like 115 degrees out there.
Yeah.
He's like, man, let's go. Man, we got out there, bro. It was like 75 degrees the whole time I was there because I came
during a good month. I'll tell you that.
Listen, it's February right now. It's February right now, and people still have that perception.
Right.
Like they come to Vegas, like, man, I thought it was going to be hot out here. It's like, no, it's 45 and raining.
Yeah.
So it's that. It was a stereotype, not knowing. I'm from the hood. I'm like, bro, should we be going over there? Like, do we take weapons with us? Like, what do we do in the name of Jesus?
Yeah.
But it was just a stereotype, and at the end of the day, it's probably like people who live in rural areas and they don't really come into the city like that because it's a stereotype there.
I think if you stereotype any city or actually anything, you're only going to get one perception of it, and basically what the media does is only pushes the negative perception of anything these days. So you're going to get that south side of Chicago, cool. Everyone gets shot every weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. That's all we hear. We don't hear about the good things going on. We don't hear about the churches there. Even Vegas. People don't realize how many churches are in Las Vegas.
Exactly.
Like people think it's the Strip and that's it. I'm like, no, we actually have
Right.
schools.
Sin
We got
City.
Walmart. We got
That's
churches everywhere. Like, we got Christians out here,
Exactly.
you know? And
Sin City. Sin
exactly.
City. That's all you know. Oh, Sin City.
Yep.
So I like to be breaking misconceptions here. When it comes to you making music, what's the process? Like, how long did it take you to get done with this new project, Cocoon?
I at least put 6 months into albums. A mixtape. I can throw anything out there that I think is all right or okay to see how people react to it. But because my albums have themes, it takes me longer because I don't just put out an album to make radio songs or whatever. I put out I want hot beats and all that, of course. But when you listen to it, I want you to be able to say, oh, okay, I understand the message of the album. And so it takes kind of that. And sometimes I can hear the beat first and a beat will take me somewhere. Or sometimes I have an idea first and I'll just write to a basic metronome in my head and then I'll find a beat that I think fits the vibe. Because sometimes beats don't always dictate what I want to talk about. And so sometimes I'll search for a beat, that matches the feeling of what I want to talk about. And by me being a man who's married and, have a career in ministry and stuff like that, I try not to rush it. And so, usually about a good 6-month process. And I'll try to come up with about 20 records all based in that spirit of what I'm trying to say. And then try to pick, with my team, I'll try to pick the best 10 to 13 out of them.
Dope, man. And you definitely had dope production on this album, Cocoon.
I agree.
The previous album was called Caterpillar. This album's called Cocoon.
Yes.
I'm gonna have James Mays. I'm gonna play a game with James Mays and make him guess what the next album might be called.
I think the next one. Say this one is called. The first one's Caterpillar.
Caterpillar.
The next one is Cocoon. I'm thinking. All right. I'm going. Caterpillar is like construction, right? That's a construction machine. Cocoon was an old movie in the 80s or the 90s
80s,
about old folk.
80s.
Construction and old folk. I'm stumping here. Nah, are we going Butterfly with the next one? Are we? Right now we in the larva stage.
Hey, bro, if God allows me a third project with Hog Mob, that is definitely the plan. I wanted it to have a sequel kind of feeling, like, we'll watch movies. People waiting for the next Avengers to come out in April because they love the first one and the second one and the third one. That's how we are. So I was like, hey, let's and we waiting for the second coming of Christ. Overly impressed with the first coming.
Right. The second one will be fire.
We're like, yo, what? What this about to be like? And so it was a build up to it because Hog Mob has for years it's had a certain kind of person in it with a certain kind of sound and look. I'm not from the West, so I don't look exactly like my brothers and sound exactly like them. And so I had to be careful to make sure that I was able to express myself the way I do. And Seven, he like, yo, that's what I want. I want it to be how you would do it. And so, man, I pray that we get to do that. Butterfly.
Dope, man.
That'd be dope, man.
Dope. And I don't think there's any third album more predictable as a title than Butterfly for Zaydok. But that's dope, man. That's a dope trilogy right there. And I'm definitely looking forward to that. But let's jump into Cocoon right now so we could turn into a butterfly. But let's jump into the album Cocoon right now, man. Who does your production? Because that's what I was feeling first, man, especially off the jump with that first track. I was like, okay, this is going to be dope. This is going to be something I want to listen to. So who does your production, or is it just a myriad of producers?
Well, shout out my homie Chris Wheeler in the UK. I reach out to producers who I think are dope, and I'll try to create a relationship with them because there's a certain sound I'm going for.
Yeah.
So there's a couple beats where it was just like Dream Life. A lot of Christian hip hop dudes have used Dream Life beats. They're a dope kind of East Coast feeling type of company, and New York bangers. I don't know those people personally, but I just like what they have. But my main James Labden, he's a Christian brother in North Carolina. He has a movement called Inside Out Beats. He's a producer I work with. Shout out my homie Carolina Blue here in my home city of Buffalo, New York. I work with him. Shout out my homie Cassius King, my man Errol, a guy that I met out in the career field, and he happened to be a producer. And also my man Chris Wheeler out in out in the UK, man. I haven't had the chance to meet Chris, but when I spoke with him on the phone, it was like, hey, mate, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, bro, you know, I was, you know, like, yo, man, you dope. I didn't even know. I'm like, hey, man, give me your number. And it was weird. I said, is this a prison inmate number? What is this? And when we talked, he was a brother across the ocean, and we spoke, and he was like, hey, man, you know, I really appreciate you wanting to use my stuff. And so those are the guys that I used for this album. And, man, I think that the beat selections came out to be pretty good this go round.
I agree.
Yeah, man, there wasn't any beats that I was really like, I'm not feeling that one. Like, all the production was pretty dope on this project, man. Like I said, from the jump, it got me. And that's what I like, man. When the intro beat is dope, you know the rest of the album is going to be fire, man. So I definitely big up you on the production and picking the right production for your voice, for your style, because a lot of artists don't do that, man. They'll just hear a dope beat and try to rap whatever on it. And I think you did a good job of making something that complements who you are as an artist, man. So really dope project.
Man.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate that, Quan.
And you mentioned in one of the songs, I'm a rapper, I'm an activist, I'm a Christian. I could be all these things. Expound on that a little bit, man, because I feel like we live in a world today where people have to pick a side on something. Like, you can only be one thing. And you can't be a activist for the black race, for the African American race,
right,
and be a Christian at the same time, because people think some of that contradiction dicks itself. But talk about that a little bit, man, because I've watched some of your lives.
No, that's great.
And I think it's good because we do need that. I think we can stand up for race issues and stand up for Christ at the same time. So talk about that and talk about, like, the fine line that we might run into doing that.
That's a great question.
You know what? That's a great point. See, I don't mind talking about them issues because I believe that the Word of God has an issue with it.
Yeah.
And in doing so, it's only indicative of, you know, oppression and equity and justice all over the world.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not just our experience. And that intro, based on Isaiah 59 called Wicked, basically in it, I talk about how, most of the time, especially being from Hog Mob, you're going to hear us talk about street stuff, neighborhood stuff, and, you know, we're trying to give encouragement, and we're also approving that. So when I stand up and say something about, okay, well, yeah, we talk about the hood, nobody got a problem. So if I stand up and say, well, look, man, the system got some things to answer for, don't get mad now like somehow I'm biased.
Right.
Like, no, when we talk about the hood and we telling boys like, yo, you banging and you shooting up your block, selling drugs, is exploiting your people, not taking care of your children, and, dedicating yourselves to these women, this is not right.
Yeah.
Everyone claps. But then if we say, hey, look, man, the way that the government is doing some things is not right, some people will get an ire.
Yeah.
And I'll be telling Christians, man, stop it, man, because when our evangelical brothers stand up and speak against abortion, when the Christians in Congress stand up right now, they're going heavy, rightly so, against these abortion laws and stuff like that. We say yes as Christians, and then when a guy stand up and say, hey, man, what's up with the history of racism in church culture? Is that probably why we still seem to be so divided ethnically in our worship with each other?
Talk about it.
Real.
No one wants to talk about it. But the kingdom of God was never meant to look like that. And so I don't have a problem as a Christian being active in things that happen. I'm active in my community when we see that housing practices got a lot of, you got gentrification happening, and you stand up and say, well, look, man, if y'all going to gentrify, you still got to have some plan to not just totally push out the homeowners who've been here all this time. That's not a black and white thing. You go to Brooklyn, that's not a black and white thing. It's a whoever lived there thing.
Exactly. And you're right, it's biblical. Discrimination is all over the Bible. I think it starts at the beginning. Cain and Abel, there was something wrong with their relationship.
Right.
That, he had to kill his brother. And so I think it started there. And we've seen that all over the Bible with different races in the Bible, with the way they treated Jesus in the Bible, with the way they looked at Jesus for treating other people good. You know what I'm saying? So I think we've dealt with that throughout the years, and now this is just the way we're living in our country, in our little timeline in this world. That's what we're dealing with, and we can bring a biblical perspective to that. And I think people, even if you don't deal with that, even if you don't understand that, be able to open your ears and open your eyes to be like, okay, there's a lot of people that feel this same way. So maybe I should listen. Even if I don't think I deal with that, it's still going on. Just because you don't deal with something doesn't mean it's not going on.
And you know what, Quan? When I realized in Bible study with my brothers and sisters in fellowship that when Jesus called the Pharisees and the Sadducees on what they were doing and the high priest, what people will, you know, in Christian culture, we'll call somebody who we think don't teach good or soundly, we'll call them a Pharisee.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is the Pharisees, Sadducees, and high priests were the government leaders of the nation of Israel.
Yeah.
They were the government.
Wow.
And so because of that, we have the right to look at our government. And when you have a president or a governor, a mayor, a sheriff who will say they fear God, but at the same time seem to back policies that would hurt the masses of people that they're governing over, I believe you had a right to say, no, man, that don't look right.
Yeah.
That's good.
Definitely.
That's just it.
Definitely.
That's a great point.
And dig into that to see, like, you know, what does that really mean? What does I fear God really mean? What does God mean to these people in the government? Because God could be anything to them.
And it's also a great point that it's not just a moral stance with you, it's a biblical stance.
Yeah.
Like you're following what law says, what God says, what his word says. You know, you're using your examples coming from his word, his message, his love letters to us. You know, God didn't
Hey,
want.
bros, I don't have no code. I need anybody hearing this right now. I'm going to say this briefly. I had no code. You understand? Me and my peers in the street, because I didn't grow up with my father and I love my uncles, but they were too busy to step in and help my mom, like, regulate what I would be and what I should be doing. When I was 15, 16, 17, I was looking up to an 18, 19-year-old who ain't know nothing either.
Yeah.
So the way I dealt with women, the way that I treated my friends, the slang I used, the pose that I stood in, it was dictated by my peers. And the Bible says that a child left to himself would be the shame of his mother.
Wow.
So at the end of the day, the word of God was brought to me, the gospel and all the Bible was put in my face, and it started to prick me as I read it. So if people are offended that now what comes out of me is a code taught to me by the prophets and apostles, then I pray that they would have mercy on me because I don't have nothing else to offer, really.
That's dope.
Yeah. Wow.
That's super dope, man. I love the passion. I love the passion in what you're saying, how you're talking about it, and that you can tell it's real. You being from the East Coast, right? Hello?
Yeah, bro. Yep.
So you're from
New York.
From New York. Growing up in the hip hop aspect, how did you get into battle rap, and what's your stance on how battle rap is going nowadays?
That's interesting. You know what? I got into battle rap because when you claimed to be a rapper in school,
talk about it,
and in your neighborhood, everybody couldn't do it. See, today, everything is saturated, but when you running around in 1998, everybody wasn't claiming they could rap. So what happens is this. When you're the rapper, there's a guy from another street or another neighborhood or even another school who's supposed to be a rapper, and people saying, yeah, that dude who go to that school, man, he better than you. And I'm like, what?
Right.
You know, my pride. And we meet at the train station, or we meet at the mall and have rap battles. And that's how it started. It was, and guess what? I gained a lot of friends when you met a guy from the other side of town who was good with his pen and you were good with yours, and y'all respected each other. It was no hate. And so that's really how I got into it. And at the end of the day, it turned into now we're performing around the city, and now we got a crew and a movement. So that's kind of how I got into it. And when I look at battle rap today, I think that the spirit of it is the same, but every generation it seems like things get a little loose. And I'll give you an example. If you watch I Love Lucy or you watch The Honeymooners, you could at one time you were not allowed to see a man and a woman in the bed together.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you.
On TV, you get into another generation of time, still the same device.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you could be in the bed together. Now you can have. A woman could be in a bra now. But at one time, that wasn't allowed. So I think battle rap, as time has gone on, there are things about it now that have gotten worse. Like the arrogance is worse, but it was arrogance nonetheless when I did it.
Yeah,
the pride is worse. It was prideful nonetheless when I did it. But I think that now it's become a big staple in regular hip hop, now to the point you even see some of the Christian brothers feeling it's an opportunity to go over there, show that they got pen game, and then try to create relationships with some of them guys personally on that side. So, you know, I know a couple of guys from the Christian realm who are in that. I know all the Horsemen.
Yeah.
I know personally, I know them. I talk to street M's like twice a month on Bible stuff. And that's what's so dope. Them dudes really be about, when I talk to Loso dude, we talk about the Bible.
Yeah.
So even though guys like them are in the, the rap battle game, I just pray that they, that they can hold their stance. I couldn't do that now because it will pull me totally out of character, and I really can't afford to do that.
So how do you feel about the Christian
because
battle?
I'm not going to be nice.
How do you feel about
all my Jesus bars went right out the window as soon as he said something about my wife, and I felt a little spit from his lip hit my cheek. Oh, you grabbed my pockets? Oh, yeah, see, I'm not from there. I don't know if people know. I roll with Hog Mob, and we still working some kinks out of who we are as people.
Yeah,
we still working it out. So, you know what I mean?
I feel that. How do you feel about Christian rap battle in the Overflow rap league? Because my man James May's right here.
I rap in the Overflow.
Yeah, he's on there right now, man. He's been dabbling in the battle rap.
I've actually I rapped in A-Hat and Overflow. A-Hat is a secular league. Overflow is a Christian league.
I think that honestly, it's all about shining a light on an opportunity for people to find out who you are. It's bait, honestly. Now, if anyone is glorifying evil, if anyone is being to anything that is ungodly, I believe God, through men, will reprove enough for his servant to consider. Because the Bible says if you reprove a wise man, and he'll get wiser, he'll thank you in the long run. You understand? So, if you got some reproof, give it to me. And if the Holy Spirit in me just can't resist what's being said, then God willing, I'll listen to it. But just because some people want to say, "Oh, you can't do this," I'm like, well, at the same time, they did ask his disciples, "Why your master even be around harlots and drunkards?" So let's give things some context. But I do believe that one thing people could underestimate, and maybe you can attest to this, my brother.
Yeah.
There are people who have probably heard your bars and reached out to you on a personal, and it leads to a whole nother conversation that ain't got nothing to do with how good you at.
And that's kind of the point.
They want to ask you, how do you do that and believe in God, homie? Like, you really believe in God? And then now guess what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yes, I really believe in God.
Yep. And that's kind of the thing that gets lost in it all. We do take hip hop in its original sense as back and forth, kind of a battle rap, kind of a big up of myself, a self indulging thing. And we look at it like, oh, well, that's all it is. When 90% of the time, I might talk about how dope my pen is, but I'm giving glory to God from it. I'm talking about what God brought me through. I'm talking about what God has done for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also putting a mirror up to you saying, look, this is what God has done for me, but like, what are you doing with your life at the same time, right? It's not in a judgmental aspect. It's more of a testimonial thing. And testimony is two sides. Something rough happened. Something bad happened. Something was tough at a point. But God. You know what I'm saying? And
amen.
And that's really the aspect. That's a good aspect of what like battle rap, or at least Christians in battle rap, are today. It's always some sort of testimony. It's always some sort of what's your name. But then, like I said, on the other part of it, it's also like I got a dope pen. But you're right. After the event, people come up, yo, man, that was dope. I didn't even know you could do that. Wait, you're actual Christian and you actually can like spit, and I couldn't really tell the difference in the fact that you was a Christian and he wasn't a Christian because your bars was fire. But then I heard when you said God, I heard when you said the name of Jesus, I heard, all right, let's have a whole nother conversation. And so it's all about the glorification of God, and let God get the glory in that. So I appreciate that.
No, praise God. Hey, bro, our local radio station did about 3-4 years ago, they did a like holiday break, like talent showcase. Like it was performance for performance. So I just battled another local artist performing. We didn't battle rap. We performed a song, and they chose who they wanted to go. It was like 10 different pairings. Bro, I rocked out. You know what they said there? They said, yo, not only was this dude tight, and we heard him talking about God in his music.
Right.
He didn't cuss. Yo, the radio DJ said, yo, I ain't never heard a rapper not cuss. That's what he said to this whole bar full of people.
It's crazy.
So now what does it do? You know what it do when I get off stage? Dude, do you know how many rappers was like, yo, man, that was dope. I ain't never seen that. Like, yo, sometimes, man, like, I believe in God too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be
right.
I'll be like, yo, that's, so, man, to God be the glory. And to those who would question your moment but not know your life, shame on them.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's good, man. That's good. And I want to jump back into this album real quick too, man, before we let you go. All the title tracks, or all the titles of the tracks, have a Bible verse in them. Explain why you did that, because I thought that was super dope, because that made me know what this song might be about, or at least a reference back to, like, okay, this song is dope. Let me reference back to this Bible verse because I might not know this verse. And let me read this verse and see what he's talking about in the song, and it brings that song to life even more, man. I think that was a very creative way to do it. Explain your thought process behind that.
Dang, you kind of, I guess it worked. See, my goal, I'm not the Christian rapper who says, like, yo, I'm tired of, I'm tired of talking to the church. I'm looking for the lost.
Yeah.
Well, and the entirety of Christian rap, there is a portion who will just go for the streets exclusively. That's fine. Do your thing. That's a part of what God wants.
Yeah.
But the Bible itself is repetitive and talking to the Christian. Just because it's not like, yo, I know the Lord now, so I don't need the fellowship. I don't need to study the word no more. I'm good. Notice how you got to keep all of your life reading the same thing over and over again. So I believe in let Christian hip hop provide that anthem.
Yeah.
That street, that thing for your day. You know what I'm saying? If a woman is heartbroken and her man done treated her wrong, she around the house cleaning up and her kids just hearing Mary J. Blige play or something. Because the music is expressing how she's feeling.
Definitely.
So when a Christian play your music, I'm hoping that it's because they identify with it. Like, yeah, that song about love your wife and take care of your kids even though you have your hardships. Oh, that's my joint. Why? Because that's who that man feel he is.
Mm-hmm. That's dope.
So that's the purpose of the music with me. I want to edify the church and I want to encourage the lost. Yes. So what I did was, I meet Christians who not always is up to reading a Bible as they should, in my opinion. And so if they do what you said, it gave you some ideas of, Quan, then it served that purpose for the Christian. Yo, go read that. And I could have just gave the specific verse, but I gave the chapter because context. A verse doesn't stand alone. A verse is hidden in the context of a chapter. So I want you to get the context of what I was reading that even made me come to that. And then for the person who don't know the Lord, if they Christian cousins say like, man, I know some Christian rappers, man, who is dope as anybody you listening to, and they play it and they like it, and they're like, yo, what's the name of that song? Oh, that song is called Ecclesiastes chapter 7. What's Ecclesiastes 7? Go read it.
Right. And I love that introduction because you named it with the scripture first.
Yeah.
And that's the name of the song. So even when radio plays it, we playing Isaiah 59 Wicked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, wait, Wicked, wait a minute, hold on. Let me go to Isaiah 59. Oh, okay, it's talking about redemption. It's talking about, oh, okay. Oh, like you gotta revert back to it. Every one of the songs, and I saw it because it wasn't like that on the last one, but I love to see what Butterfly will hold too, because it makes you every title of a song ask a question. What does that say?
Yeah.
It also puts you as an artist up to the light of that chapter and says, well, is he in context with this chapter? Let me act. So it's some study. It's some studying going on here. So I really appreciate that, bro.
Man, God is good, man. And I didn't know at first that's what it was going to be. I was naming songs, but when I was writing the songs, they were based on scriptures. And then something just said, yo, like, include the scripture. Don't just make up a title. This time, do it like this. I don't know if I'll do it like that next time. But Cocoon also was like that on purpose because Caterpillar represented you being in your sin, needing to come to God.
Mm-hmm.
And now Cocoon is, now you're in the process of being made into the Son of God. And what is that? That's baptism. That's coming into fellowship with the saints. That's starting to hear the word of God preached so your faith can be gained. And so now this is that stage. Mm-hmm. So it was also representative of that as well.
Wow.
That's dope. That's deep, man.
It's dope, man. Listen, if you guys have not heard Cocoon yet, now is your chance to go get that project. Buy it if you can. If you want to stream it, you can stream it because we live in 2019. But go get it. His name is Zaydok the GodHop MC.
Yes,
he has a couple other projects. He has a lot of features he's on with different artists as well. And you actually got some really dope features on this project, too. Yeah. You don't have too many, which I like. I don't like when artists have, every song has 3 other people on it. It's like you can't really get to know the artist that way. But, man, you got King Shad on here. You got King Alico, formerly K Alico, Who's Meech, Riggs and Selah. You got some good features on here, man, that I think complement all those tracks that you're on. So, man, make sure you go get that album. Let them know where they can find you, Zaydok.
Hey, yo, if you want to hit me up, I'm on Instagram and Twitter at the GodHop MC, TheGodHop, the letters M and C, the GodHop MC. And you can hit me on Facebook and YouTube, Zaydok, the GodHop MC. That's Zaydok. I actually have taken control of Google's algorithm in America and 6 other different in English and 6 other languages. So all you got to do is type that Zaydok on Google. I own the whole page. So I ain't even got to create a website. I just tell you to Google me, and I own the whole Google algorithm for my name.
There you go.
I need to know how to do that.
That's the way to do that. Good stuff, man.
Yeah,
Listen, bro, we're about to put you on the hot seat. We got 5 quick fire questions, I think. Maybe 5. We got a couple. We got 4 or 5 quick fire questions that we're going to be giving to you right now on the hot seat.
Help me, God.
So you got 5 seconds to answer all of them. All right. Some of these might be funny. Some of these might be serious.
Right.
Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. We got Zaydok the GodHop MC on the hot seat right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you saw this on social media because I posted this question yesterday. If somebody with 4 fingers only has 4 fingers, they were born with 4 fingers, is it possible for them to give a high five?
It's possible for them to give you one minus a thumb. They can give you a high five in spirit at least.
Oh.
We didn't say the thumb was the other finger that was gone.
Yeah.
If you were a crayon, what color would you be, and where would you be in the box?
Where would I be? If I was a color, I would be the red crayon, and I would probably be in the back of the box because red ain't everyone's favorite color.
Huh.
Oh. All right. If you had to get rid of one, who would you get rid of? You ready?
If I had to get rid of one.
If you had to get rid of one, who would you get rid of? Prince or Michael Jackson with all their music gone?
Oof.
Dang, man. I would probably say, honestly, Prince, because I didn't know if he was gay or not when I was a kid.
Oh, God.
Okay. All right. All right.
There we go. Prince is gone.
If you could play for any sports team, what team would that be? Any sport.
Any sport team, wow. It would have probably been the Chicago Bulls, not because they don't now, but because I would just love the nostalgia of playing on the court that Jordan slayed the NBA on.
Ugh.
And they're definitely not dope now, so you're... Hey, real talk, bro, you might be able to get a job on the Bulls right now with your skill set.
Just go in, just walk in and do an application.
And I don't even know if you're good or not, so that puts it right there. All right, man. What's better on pizza, pineapples or anchovies?
I would actually say pineapples because miscellaneous fish parts just don't sit well with me.
There you have it. There you have it.
And I'm down for pineapple pizza.
Yeah, pineapple goes on pizza.
I dig it.
I might stand alone there, but
I dig it.
It's a small few of us, but I don't mind pineapple on pizza. Let's go.
There you go. All right, bro. And what is the dopest radio show in the land? Let us know right now.
Man, come on, Guerilla Cross Radio. You already know what it is, man.
There you go.
Let's do it.
There you go. So, man, that's Zaydok, the GodHop MC. Google his name. He's everywhere.
That's his website, Google.
That's his website. Google is his website.
Zaydok at google.com. Hey, Zaydok, every week I ask everybody, can I get a verse? I need a verse. I'm getting the best collaboration together the CHH audience has ever seen, and I need a verse.
Okay. Yo, bro, you talking about for a project you putting together?
I'm putting I ask every artist we do on this, we interview on this show for a verse, and I need a verse. So I will hit you up on your social media, and we're gonna talk about it.
Okay. God willing, bro, I got you.
My guy.
Get
Yes,
it.
sir.
Get it. And, yo, we're going to jump into a track from Zaydok from the Cocoon album. This is 1 Corinthians 1, Disciples, right here. Guerilla Cross Speak Life Radio, man. Zaydok, we appreciate you, bro.
Oh, God bless you. I thank y'all too, man. Salute, salute.
Yes, sir.
Y'all already knowing who it is and who I'm rolling with. It's the H-O-T-M-O-B, and you know we lit. That is L-I-T, living the truth. We can show you it better than we tell you, and our code is from the Holy Script. Not concerned with what's inside your pockets, don't care who your man's. Worry about your soul, and the Father's giving you a chance. Some of y'all ignoring God and feel you too advanced. Oh, you foolish mortal, you are just a flawed and evil man. Jesus said the harvest grace, so we be in the dirt. The streets are locked in bondage. All we trying to do is free the turf. And we paying homage to the Christ who came to free the earth. Told the devil, get behind me, Satan, because he's a jerk. Know that when you see the logo in the black and purple, we are not the ones that hide inside a shell. That's a turtle. Man of God, here to do the Father's will. That's the circle. We do Christian rap, not the other stuff. That's commercial. We are thirsting for the living water, trying to get in order. Christ gave us Father perfect obedience. Wasn't kinda, sorta, right. We will keep on preaching gospel. Time is getting shorter. I only listen to what's written. Sola script, Torah. Father, okay. We will follow your way. Father, okay, we will follow, okay. Father, okay, we will follow your way. Father, okay, we will follow, okay. We have corrupted the earth, but man's supposed to be living in harmony. And many give up on the church because they believe that's where the fake and the fraud to be. How can this possibly be when I sit and meditate, the more that it bothers me? And I am starting to see more Christians living in sin, that's a mockery. Hold up, I'm just saying, some of y'all been treated foul and it really is church hurt. But come on, stop playing, tell the truth. Some of y'all must admit that you hurt church with the money chasing, full of fornication. Not the sons of God, but the sons of Satan. God says rebuke a brother if you love him. So who are these Christians that call it hating? The old man keep on coming back like he taking Narcan from overdoses, trying to get your life back straight. But it's like you got scoliosis. The mercy of God is what it takes. Gotta look in the heart and check the motives. We gotta work hard to keep the faith and stay on track like some locomotives. Yeah, we walk in the meekness of love, not trying to be macho. Yeah, when we go through the storms of life, man, the word is a poncho. Yeah, I follow the doctrine as taught by the holy apostles. Yeah, this is the GodHop, and his purpose is to tell you the gospel. Thirsting for the living water, trying to get in order. Christ gave us Father perfect obedience, wasn't kinda, sorta, right. We will keep on preaching gospel, time is getting shorter. I only listen to what's written, sola script, Torah. Father, okay, we will follow your way. Father, okay, we will follow, okay. Father, okay, we will follow your way. Father, okay, we will follow, okay.
Yeah, that's Zaydok the GodHop MC with Disciples. Man, make sure you go get that album, Cocoon. I want everyone to go get that tonight after the show.
Definitely.
Don't get it right now because we're doing the show, but definitely get that after the show. But we are here live on Guerilla Cross Radio. We're going to do some more indie artist music reviews before we close out the show. We got 2 or 3 more songs that we're going to do tonight on the show. And we might actually, I haven't even talked to James Mays about this. If he's in or not, I will be here. But we're actually going to do a second show during the week.
Which day? We can talk about whatever day,
we're
but
gonna
I'm
figure
down
that
for
out. But it will be a nighttime show because we're doing it at 2 in the afternoon on Fridays for New Music Friday, Indie Artist Music Review. But we have a lot of artists who want to do interviews, man. So I definitely want to be able to get them when their album drops, and it's kind of hard to spread it out. Plus, we just want to give you more dope hip hop on the show. You feel me? So we're going to be doing a lot more of that right here on Speak Life Radio. We used to be twice a week, so we're getting back to that because we have a lot of sports shows going on the network and all that as well.
It's a lot of stuff happening over here.
Exactly. And
we got to get back to our ground, our roots,
yeah,
so we can sprout a little bit more.
And James May's podcast might be coming back.
Yes, I got a couple things that we
might be live, might be a podcast form. We'll see.
Hey, we just gonna put it out there.
We have stuff going on right here. Please, I want everyone to download that app. Let people know what's up. Listen, I think the app is dope, and I'm not just saying that because I did the app. You feel me?
I didn't do the app, and I know that the app is dope.
Exactly. And you can listen to this music 24/7. We always play dope music on that app, and we try to add like the dopest new music as well. And we do some throwback stuff. So we are going to start doing a throwback track of the week every week right here on Speak Life Radio.
That'd be dope.
So I know a lot of people like, man, I miss the old days of Christian hip-hop. I miss the old Lecrae. So listen, I appreciate the old and the new and the super old.
Because we wouldn't have it.
Even when it was whack, when it was super old and it wasn't that good, I still appreciate it. But we are going to do throwback track of the week every week and kind of give you a little history on that track for the people that might be new to Christian and positive hip-hop here on Speak Life Radio.
Yeah.
So we're going to jump into a couple more songs for the Indie Artist Music Review before we close it out. This is my man, Devin Mural. It's called Family, and it's produced by himself, too. So we're going to get to that right now, right here, Speak Life Radio.
Jump, 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 jump. Grandma said, never lose yourself for your dignity. Responsibility, I pray to God is what I'm meant to be. Analyze it, cannot vandalize it, this my recipe. Tear us down and then we bouncing back, it's no finessing me. Speaking from my heart because it feels good. Legacy, I plant the seed and grow. Help me when I'm really feeling low. And the goal, reaping everything I sow. Let's make a toast, cause we made it from the struggle. And I gotta thank God, love. Everybody said that we couldn't do it. Seeing us on TV, watching everything we doing. Yeah, you know grandma, she proud and she know we know it. Yeah, you know grandmama proud and we know she knew it. I never lost his touch in the end, not even a letter. I wanna feel your touch, oh Lord, be rich and I can feel the love all around. This my family. Count the blessings, take a look around. This my family. Share the love and help somebody out. This my family. I'ma make it mama, daddy proud. This my legacy. I cannot lay the background. It's my destiny. You cannot take all around. It's my legacy. It's so profound. It's my family in the city where I came from. I remember daddy told me don't forget your name, son. Got the fam beside me and I'm chilling with my day one. I know Jesus got me and it's never gonna change, son. Shed more tears to go, shed more tears to grow, shed more tears to guide me. I just wanna be where God be. I know He is like me, learning from my lesson. Everything in life I gotta take it like a blessing. Never ever thought I'd brush my tears. Seen a homie on the street looking for something to eat. That's when I told him put the stress in. Now here's some money for your tummy. I got love for ya. I'ma ask the love for your protection. Look, I know that you a sinner. Plus the devil got you better, but don't you know you can use it as a weapon? Ooh, don't you know you can use it as a use it as a. I ain't talking no more.
Yeah, that's Devin Mural with Family right here, Speak Life Radio. We're doing an Indie Artist Music Review, and we have actually had, this might be our best day as far as, like, every song's been good.
You say that now, but we have a couple more songs.
But so far, but what I'm saying is right now, up to this point,
Yeah.
I feel like every song's been good. So my critique about this song, Family, from Devin Mural, so I'm gonna get into it. I like the song a lot. I really do like the song. I like the feel of it. I like the beat, and he actually produced the beat himself. And I like the lyrics, man. I like his flow. My only problem is I thought it was Kendrick Lamar at first. I think the second verse, he got into more sing-songy stuff, which kind of got off of that. But at the beginning, it sounded too much like Kendrick. which was still dope. Like, he did it in a dope way.
Right.
But it did. And right when I was thinking that, like, man, he sounds a little too much like Kendrick. He did an inflection that was just like Kendrick. And so I was like, all right. So I know Kendrick's dope. I know we all like him. It's hard, man. You have an artist you like. It's hard to not sound like him all the time. Sometimes, and I can't remember. I know he submitted music to us before, so I don't know if it was like maybe just on this song that he sounded like that. But like I said, when it came to like the second verse, it sounded different. But I feel like the first verse he did sound a lot like Kendrick. That was the only negative I had, but it was still dope. And I would play this song, and I think I do want it for the radio. I mean, it's up to James Mays. We're gonna. If we both get 2 thumbs up, it goes on the radio.
I like the song. I could not get out of To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
Which is a dope album.
Yeah.
So
if you get a copy something dope. Don't copy the Migos.
That's kind of what I was getting at right there. If you no, it's just we're on the same wavelength. Like, if you're gonna go after something, make sure that it's of quality, right? I don't want to copy off the dumb kid in class paper. You know what I'm saying? I want to actually. Oh, and he made it. You guys didn't see that. Quan just brought out Steph Curry. But if you're going to copy after somebody, make sure that it's good. And I'm not saying he copied. But if it's going to remind me of anything, at least let me remind you of something of quality.
Yeah.
Dude had a great flow. Once again, it was very reminiscent of Kendrick. K-Dot was all in there. But it was still a good track. The vibe was good. Great tempo. The mix could be a little bit more cleaner, but it was still a good mix.
Yeah. And I actually listened to it on the main speakers to check, and it sounded better than it did in my headphones.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what that really meant, but
it's something changed.
Well, I'm wearing Beats too, so
it's real bass heavy.
Yeah. So I like to listen on the studio monitor.
Yeah, it was but like I said, it was a really, really good song. It pulled me in and it kept me the whole time. It wasn't very long because we ended up playing the whole song. So, hey, you guys listen, man. You guys listen, man. Like, your song don't have to be 7 minutes for us to get the point.
Exactly.
Even though a lot of my songs are 7 minutes.
If you like the music, please like and share. Give us a heart. Give us if you don't like it, give us that angry face.
Yeah, man.
Facebook.
Let's get some of these reactions in the room right now. We got some people in the room. Let's get some reactions. Get some thumbs up.
Yeah.
If you love what we saying, give us some hearts. If you love the song, love the music, give us some hearts, some wows, all of the above. But let us know.
And we do got a couple more songs we're going to be playing right now.
Let's make it happen.
This next one is my man, Gregory Luster, called I'm From, right here, Speak Life Radio.
Well, people like me, they don't make it. You either dead or in jail. See no in between.
So when I heard this beat, it sounded like some Jay-Z. Rockefeller back in the day, when I was back in the K. Sip some drinks and have a laugh in the shade. Back then I had a hat and some braids. Just imagine if I was rapping back then, what I rapping today. Ain't no telling what would happen today. Cause I don't cuss in none of my flows. Everything that I spit is clean. You can say I got immaculate taste. Woo. I remember mama saving bill money and taking what was left so she can make a meal from it. I remember heating up the stove just so we can heat the home. What you know about that? I take pride in where I came from. Cause if you look at the odds, man, it ain't none. I gotta thank God for my life. Make sure I put it all on the mic. Yeah.
Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I've got to keep on moving. Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I've got to keep on moving. I'm from.
Wasn't supposed to make it. Coming from where I'm from. You get a chance, gotta take it. Coming from where I'm from. You wasn't supposed to make it. Coming from where I'm from. You get a chance, gotta take it. Hey, this for all my single mothers living on Section 8 who grab the Dixies when it comes to setting plates. The only type of fine diners are 5 guys, and that's really only if they even find time. Got a couple kids and you go to school, work to keep your kids happy, wondering when I'm gonna find mine. You want a king and I ain't talking about prime time. A man to take you out and give you little wine dine. The type of dude that'll love you if you're skinny or you big, if your hair jet black or you fine blonde. If you a chocolate dark skin like a bonbon, or light skin on the scale, you a high 9. You're all beautiful, your hair and your cuticles. You deserve a spot sitting right up on prime time. There's beauty in the the struggle and the tussle. I know you got dreams, but it's all up in God's time. Ain't nobody take my pride.
Yeah, that's Gregory Lester. I'm from right here, Speak Life Radio, Indie Artist and Music Review. I'm going to let my man James Mays go ahead and have the first stab at it.
Pride, ain't nobody hold. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm still singing it.
You're
Coming
still
from
vibing.
where I'm from.
Still vibing.
Yeah, you wasn't supposed to make it. Oh, great. Like, I was done by the first half of the first verse. Like, my man had that. And then when he came in with the chorus, kind of a callback, and then he had the B chorus coming from where I'm from. Like, it pulls you in. Bravo, bro. Bravo. Like, I don't know if it's too much I can say about that song. That song was great. It felt good, and it wasn't corny. It wasn't corny. It was, you know what I'm saying? In the second verse, he got into it.
I mean, you're saying that like you expected it to be corny.
No. I'm just saying that it wasn't. I didn't expect anything from it. You know what I'm saying? You really don't know what to expect.
Yeah, I feel you.
But it wasn't corny, because sometimes people can do a reminiscing song. And it can be like, all right.
Exactly.
But like this one was fly.
My only gripe with the song, I like the song a lot.
Got it.
The only thing I didn't like had to do with the mix. The ad-libs were too much. I don't even think you needed to do those ad-libs. And I think that's what rappers make a lot of mistakes doing. They think they always have to be saying something in the background.
I got to hear it again, because I didn't hear that.
And you don't have to. He had the radio effect on the ad-libs, and I think maybe it was just too high. I feel like for me it took away a little bit from the song.
Okay.
Not that it was horrible.
Got it.
It didn't bother me that much to where like messed up the song for me, but I don't think you needed so many ad-libs, and maybe they could have been lower, something like that. But that's the only complaint I really have. I do like that song, and I think I would bump that, man.
Yeah, man, I like that.
So I definitely.
And who was that again?
Gregory Lester.
Greg Lester. Okay, I see you, my guy.
So
I see you.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Greg right there. And
Greg, put your social media on the live feed.
Yeah, like I said, we do this because we want people. We want to hear new music ourselves, first of all.
Yeah, you get bored sometimes with some good stuff.
Yeah,
the old stuff.
And we want other people to be able to, hear your music and get it out there, and possibly be put on the main radio stream. So that's what we're trying to do here on Speak Life Radio, and just keep building this up even more. So we're going to get into another song. My man, Jay Millennium. It's called Foes right here. Speak Life Radio. It came out a year ago. So it's older.
It's a little old, but it's all right.
It's all good.
We have music here from 14.
You know it's just JC, Millie. Yeah. Millie came out 500, ayy. When I didn't have 500, ayy. Now the Facebook live running, ayy. Just to tell the folks guys want it, ayy. Swagger not mine, I fall back on my prime just to praise him like. Millie right in the middle of it all, I just wanna display her like. I feel so way up, Hosanna's the way up, yeah. Overflow my cup, forgiveness on my shoulder. I know how it goes, high notes to his throne, yeah. Standing on the rock, no sauce. Kingston, count the cost. Connected to and got my bars up. Please tell me what's 100 fitted to the one that gives it. I'm my father's business, roaming with his children, swagger of a Martian. So cold, clashing with the Arctic. Promo back to what my God did. I give him glory, skip the tactics. Put his story on the atlas. He's strong, I'ma stun on my foes. All I really know is I'ma stun on my foes. Giants gotta fall, yeah, I'ma stun on my foes, yeah. My Johnny, I don't run for the goal, yeah. I just wanna love cause he told me. I'm not ashamed to say that he's holy. Quick pass that with Snapchat, ayy. Oh, you won't believe it, change his throne rings. Skirt in the grace lane. Fresh breeze like I'm in a drop top stain. The fam in the parallel. Joy of heaven got his cheese and no marinara. Yeah, I got a reason to call him Abba. Awake in my season, Java. Not trying to mumble the truth like my name was Jabba. I just want more of you, Lord, I gotta have you. My God up. Hosanna reigns, now I'm caught up. I'm about that change over dollars. I rep that star like I'm Dallas. One hope, one mic, now I'm tracking. Red dot, 2 doves, homie, now I'm stacking. Look at what he made, Amazing how he came, look at what he gave. Couldn't hold him in the grave, I'm steady making waves, never in a phase. Like a jump man, I stomp man.
Yeah, I'm feeling that track, man.
I do.
Jay Millennium with Foes right here. Speak Life Radio. GorillaCross.com. Make sure you guys follow the website. Make sure you follow at Guerilla Cross on all social media. Follow at Quan59 on all social media.
At JM Fence Music, I'm there everywhere.
On all social media. And download that Guerilla Cross app. I feel like we got like 4 or 5 songs that are actually going to be added to the live stream.
It's crazy.
And I'm telling you, this is a 24-hour radio stream. We got people from other countries listening. We got people from other worlds listening. We got Mars tuned in.
I actually got a message from Mars last week.
I got a message from my friend in Venus.
It said, and I was like, whoa, that's such a great,
I was like,
that's
whoa,
high praise. That's high praise.
Exactly.
I don't know what that was.
Hey, I understood it.
That's high praise. No, but we've been really like, first of all, look.
And that was J Millennium with Foes.
You guys can't see on TV, but we have a basketball. It's being made a shot. Quan, about 2 songs ago, shot from across the room and made a basket. Like, it's been.
Well, here's the thing, and that's off memory, knowing where my trash can's at. I cannot see it.
That's good.
I just know you can't mess with my southpaw. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
I got that. I'm that lefty.
I'm just basically saying it's been nothing but hits.
It's been a perfect day.
It's been good.
So you know what that means for us tonight, James Mays,
What's
on
that?
these streets.
Oh, it's got to be good.
Getting this money.
It's going to be good.
I've had 2 drop-offs at certain clubs this week, 2 already. 2 in a row, 2 days in a row.
That's good.
One is Scores. Another one is Scores, but then he ended up leaving. Luckily, I was there, so I took him to another place. Didn't make as much money as at the other place.
Right.
But it was still more money than that little $6 ride I gave him.
Exactly.
So it's going to be a good night for us tonight, James Mays.
I believe you. I need it.
Definitely. Me
I
too.
need it.
Yo, I needed that the other day. That was actually like one of those prayer things that worked.
Right.
When you pray and it like, oh, wow, prayer does work.
Well, the Bible says every good and perfect gift is from God. Even if
it doesn't work.
No. It does. It always does work. It does work out. But so J Millennium, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I think his did I get his name right? I want to get his name right.
I think it's J Millennium.
J Millennium.
It's Jaye Millennium. So I don't know if it's I think it's J Millennium.
J-E.
J-E
Let's go with
Millennium.
J-E Millennium.
J-A?
I think when I first heard the beat come on and I heard the flow come in, I was like, this is a flow that we hear often, right? But then that's like everything. I stuck with it.
Yeah.
Second verse, I was like, okay, this is different. Like he at least is saying something.
Yeah.
He at least got a flow that's similar, but it's saying something. So I don't know if this song will stand out in a crowd of songs very similar to it, but it's still a good song.
Yeah.
It won't be turned off. It won't be turned down. You will still get, you know what I'm saying, a good you'll still get good feedback anyway you play it, I think.
All right. Definitely, man. We have, let me see. I got my man Calvin Hill, man. He sent us another song.
All right, Calvin.
I'm kind of at the point where I don't want him sending us any more songs because I'm about to interview him because he did an album. He's got an album out now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And his stuff has been so dope that it's to the point where it's like, you know what? You're a regular artist now.
Right. You just try to get played.
You're not indie artist anymore. But we are going to play this new track that he sent us from the album. It's called Never Never right here on Speak Life Radio.
This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
Ain't got time for the disrespect today, man. Leave all that mess at the doorstep, you feel me?
Never ever disrespect me, y'all know better. I've been fed up, I've been out to get her. Chasing cheddar, y'all won't let up, y'all been getting bitter. Reconsider who will figure I will make it here. Make it here, get this clear. G-O-D, the only one I fear, never scared. Never ever cared, stay prepared. Never ever play it fair on my race. Got the word and I got my faith, catch a case. Man, I swear I never leave a trace. Liberate, man, that grace will put you in your place. Too complacent, no retakes, cannot make mistakes. Y'all don't run me, come to money, y'all start moving funny. Y'all some junkies, fine honeys levitating to me. I need Jesus since a freaking fetus. Never leave us, never ever. And I'm like never. Never. know what I'm living for. God and music, all I really know. Rappers nowadays are typical. I just had compassion when it happened. Can't imagine life without me rapping. Every single night is like my last, man. I'm just trying to get better, yo. Rappers nowadays, they be talking drugs. They be talking money. They be talking lust. I be talking love. Okay. I be talking politics. And I be giving life advice. And y'all don't bump with us. I can give a dang or two if you play this. I can give a dang if
It's Calvin Hill, baby. Yo, that's Calvin Hill, Never Never right here, Speak Life Radio.
Never.
Listen, I need to hear the whole album because he got an album now.
I do.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm gonna listen to it.
I like it. I'm feeling that track right there.
That's actually probably the best I've ever heard him rap too.
Really?
Yeah. Like, not like...
Because he sings a lot, too, a little bit.
But
you know what I'm saying?
And once again, when people say stuff like that, it's not a diss to the past work.
Yeah,
Because the past work was really good. He had a really good, like, worship track last week.
Calvin Hill, baby.
that was funny. But, like, he was live on this one.
Yeah.
The vocals was just right. The beat was crazy. Like, yeah.
He's a good artist, man.
Never.
He's a good artist. So... we're going to interview Calvin Hill in a few weeks.
Yeah, we're going to have to make it happen.
And promote this album. So email me that one too. I put, I know Elevators is in the, on the radio stream. So make sure you check that out.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, I'm going to say one last time for the night, download that Guerilla Cross app. I will know if you guys download the app because I'm going to look at the numbers. And if we only have one download, that means you guys didn't download it or you already got the app. But I need you guys to listen to that app throughout the weekend because we might be giving out some free stuff on the app, so you got to tune in and listen for that.
Yeah.
But
add something that let us know. Add a radio icon or, you know what I'm saying, emoji. Put your hands up emoji.
Listen, take a screenshot. Take a screenshot of the app.
That's good.
And tag us in it. That's all you got to do.
Oh, that's a great one.
And hashtag Guerilla Cross Radio. And put the download link on there. You know what I'm saying? Do all that stuff. But yeah, take a screenshot of the radio app and tag us in it at Guerilla Cross or us individually as well, or all three. But do that for us. Let us know you got that app. I don't want you guys lying. Don't take a screenshot from a friend.
Right. Well, that's a lot of work.
That's
to
like
lie.
more work.
That's a lot of work to lie.
Doing more work to lie. But some people put in a lot of work to lie.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that over the years.
It's crazy.
All right, man. This last one is my man, Charles Satterfield.
Okay.
Called Father Forgive Him. Forgive Me. Father Forgive Me. It's featuring KJ52 and the man, the myth, the legend, Calvin Hill.
He's back.
Calvin, I appreciate you, man. Telling all your friends to submit music because they have been.
Father, forgive me for questioning you. 70. I just wonder when I won't go back to where I was then. Back to where I've been, that's where I never wanna go again. I'm feeling alone again, stuck on what to say. Every time we get close, girls push me away. I'll never seem to get, there's more of the same. I'm not trying to complain or question your ways, but I'm so full of doubt. I don't know my way out, I don't know what's wrong with me, can't figure it out. It always happens to me and I don't know why. I really wanna cry, I really wanna die. Wish I could just up and fly away from my pain, but now I feel so ashamed, cause I know your plans are better than mine. What's wrong with me? I gotta snap out of this, can't just mope around. That's what the old me did, so Father, I'm asking you to forgive.
Every day I send a prayer up into the sky, waiting for an answer. Maybe the Lord will forgive me of my sins. Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. Waiting for an answer. Maybe the Lord will forgive me of my sins.
Lord have mercy. I I ain't even worthy to be called one of your kids, yet you birthed me. Living in a world full of sin, not so murky. But I can't pretend like these hands ain't so dirty. But would you hurry? This world wants to burn.
Yeah, that's Father Forgive Me and my man Charles Satterfield. He's not my man. I just met him today on that song.
On the song. I met him today on the song.
I like this song. Okay. Let me see. How do I put this?
I feel like I know where you're going.
The hook is dope. I like when the beat kicked in. I was like, okay, this beat is dope.
Hook is on fire.
First of all, it's a feature, so you can't really I can't really it's KJ52 rapping behind me right now, which he's always dope. I feel like the raps though on the first verse were a little maybe too basic in a way, or maybe just like it wasn't flowing like this song is flowing like you could dance to the song.
Mm-hmm.
When the first verse rap lyrics kicked in, I felt like my dance steps got off a little bit.
And not because he's just a white guy, it's because
no, I got some rhythm.
He got rhythm
a little bit for a white guy.
I was just letting other people know that. I think
exactly.
I know that.
And I want to let people know this guy came in and gave us some stickers from the studio next door, and they're a little flimsy and they've been in his pocket for a while, so they're a little sweaty. But anyways, go ahead.
So I had the same gripe about the first verse, but then was that on purpose? And for the first half of the first verse, I was
not rapping great on purpose ever.
Well, I don't know about the greatness part. It was simple, and because of the second half of the first verse, I was like, all right, this is something that this person, yeah. But it didn't bother me as much because his voice still sounded good on the track.
And I want to make sure that was even his voice because has a few features on here.
Right. But I think it was the Satterfield guy.
Yeah.
So if that is the case,
the Satterfield guy.
Yeah, that's his last name, right?
Yeah.
I didn't remember the first name. It did sound a little bit basic, but it still sounded good on the track. It just the flow was just offbeat a little bit here and there. But I don't know. For some part of it, it felt purposeful. It felt like that's what he was doing, you know?
Yeah.
Like a real prayer. Like maybe God will answer I'm waiting for an answer from God. I'm waiting for it, you know, so.
Yeah.
Sometimes your prayers aren't always, you know, on beat.
Prayers aren't always on beat.
My prayers aren't.
Mine are.
They're like, hey, God, what's popping?
I be rapping to G.
You good? You do?
Rapping.
Well, he's worth it.
Yeah.
And he's the only person that wants to hear it.
Definitely. The only person. He's the only person that appreciates your rap.
Sing for Jesus. That's all. That's fine.
Oh, man. Listen, we had
a really good day.
We had a lot of good songs submitted to us, so I want to thank you guys for doing that. And, man, I sent my email to a lot of you guys, so if I tagged you with my email, I want you to submit or email me the songs, and we're going to put them in the playlist. And he can be played with like Derek Minor and S.O. and Lecrae. And
all the Reach records, all the God Over Money, all the Hog Mob.
Not all of Reach, but most of Reach.
So I'm just saying, like with those people.
Tadashi, maybe not. But I like Tadashi. Tadashi has a new album coming out.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited about. Reach Records is actually doing the Unashamed tour again.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a minute. But I know Trip Lee, Lecrae, and some of the other guys from Reach are going to be doing that. So I'm excited about that, man. I think this is going to be yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not on the West Coast though. Not yet. I know how they usually do it. They'll do like one leg and then they'll announce the other leg.
Well, they do it Atlanta though.
Probably.
Because I'm trying to go to Atlanta soon.
Okay.
I had to catch them out down there, but
all right.
That's neither here nor there.
So listen, man, I think this is going to be a good year. I really want this music to start taking off again.
Yep.
And I want it to be great again. You feel
wow.
me?
That isn't it sad that he has hijacked the term great again.
Well, isn't it sad that people are mad at him saying it when Reagan and Clinton both said it?
I don't know.
Because they said it first. He took their tagline.
He did. He stole that.
You didn't even know that, did you?
I did.
Because people didn't mind when Reagan and Clinton
I didn't, but it does matter when somebody says something and it takes on a whole new meaning. It takes on a whole new body, a whole new message, right? And him just by taking make blank great again, and now we look at it as almost a derogatory term.
Yeah.
You know? Like, man, I made food last week. I'm going to make dinner great again tonight. You know, like, oh, my God, there you go. It's MAGA.
MAGA.
Or MAGA. Whatever. You know? Like, so It's just sad that the power. Well, it's not sad, but it just shows that there's power in an individual and their influence in their words. So you need to make sure that what you say means something and that it influences people in the way that when they repeat it, it has a great thought or a great connotation behind it. Because every time you say make blank great again, it's like, we either know you're being jokeful when you say it, or we feel or we think that there's some sort of like negativity behind it. And that's sad.
I feel you.
Hashtag sad.
Hashtag sad.
Which is also a thing he did.
Man, listen, we're going to be back next week.
Yeah,
and,
man.
Starting soon, maybe in March, we're going to be coming at you 2 days a week or 1 day and 1 night a week. Well, actually, if you're on the East Coast, it's already night. But for us, it's still afternoon. Right. But we will be coming at you 2 days a week. So be on the lookout for that. And I'm going to get into a throwback track of the week to end this.
Let's do that.
This is from Lecrae's Gravity. And this
Great
is
album.
One of my favorite tracks on the album. Maybe a slip on track too, man. This is Tell the World feature Mally Music right here.
Nope, definitely not slept on. I love this song.
I'm not saying you slept on it.
Yeah.
I'm saying the people did.
Man, this album was dope.
This is Tell the World, Lecrae from Gravity. We are outro. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I said I was going to say it one last time, but this is the last time. Download the Guerilla Cross app.
It's free.
GorillaCross.com.
Now I'ma tell it everywhere I go. Tell it. Yeah, I'm a billboard. And I'm broadcasting like a radio. Tell the world you ought to know. I'm brand new.
I know one thing's true. I don't even really deserve to know you, but I'm a witness that you did this, and I'm brand new. So I'm ready to go, and I'ma tell the world what they need to know. A slave to myself, but you let me go. I tried getting high, but it left me low. You did what they could never do. You cleaned up my soul and gave me life. I'm so brand new, and that's all that matters. I ain't love you first, but you first loved me. In my heart, I cursed you, but you set me free. I gave you no reason to give me new seasons, to give me new life, new breathing. But you hung there bleeding. You died for my lies and my cheating, my lust and my greed. What is a man that you mindful of him? And what do I have to deserve this loving?
Trying to make the moments last, holding on to the past. But like a hero in a dream, Christ came and he rescued me. Now I'ma tell the world, I'ma tell it everywhere I go. Tell it. Yeah, I'm a billboard. And I'm broadcasting like a radio. Tell the world you ought to know. I'm brand new.
I can't offer you nothing, but your carry kindness keep coming. And your love is so unconditional. I get butterflies in my stomach. I got the old me in the rear view. Now the new me got a clear view. I was so dead I couldn't hear you. Too deep to sin to come near you. But you drew me in, you clean me up to take me home, beam me up. Before you do, just let me tell the truth and let these folks know that I done seen your love. And it's everlasting, infinite. It goes on and on, you can't measure it. Can't quench your love, that can't separate us from the love of God. There's no estimate. My face look the same, my frame and rearranged, but I'm changed. I promise ain't the same. Your love so deep, you suffered and took pain. You died on the cross to give me a new name. Ain't nothing like I seen before. I got a beam and glow. I was low down and dirty, but you clean me, Lord. You adopted me, you keep rocking me. I'ma tell the world and ain't nobody stopping me.
Trying to make the moments last, holding on to the past. But like a hero in a dream, Christ came and he rescued me. Now I'ma tell the world, I'ma tell it everywhere I go. Tell it. Yeah, I'm a billboard. And I'm broadcasting like a radio. Tell the world you ought to know. I'm brand new.
So therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he's a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come. Yeah, I'm brand new.
I'ma tell the world, I'ma tell it everywhere I go. Tell it. Yeah, I'm a billboard. And I'm broadcasting like a radio. Tell the world you ought to know. I'm brand new.